Have you ever been part of a mastermind group, or you've gotten together with friends or family members to try and brainstorm your next steps? Hi, it's Stacey Berger here with Mastering Your Mindset as a transformational coach in both life and business. I am passionate about you living a life you love. I love masterminding. I love getting together with one person or a group of people where we're generating ideas and we're asking questions and we're sourcing ideas for each other, and we're tapping into that collective education and experience and knowledge and resource of the group to help us move forward. It's one of my most favorite things to do. And masterminding and getting together with groups of people like that is also a success principle used by many successful people today and in years past. So how do we tap into that collective consciousness in the most powerful way possible? So let me first tell you what not to do, and I see this lots. We have a problem, we have a challenge, and we go to a friend, we go to a colleague, we go to somebody, and we start telling them, here's my problem. Here's what I've tried, here's what's not working, here's where I'm not producing results. And the conversation is completely around the problem and what's not working. What happens in that scenario is all of a sudden, the group is now thinking about the problem and what's not working. So the energy is on problem. And when we're in the thought of problem, like attracts like. So now all of a sudden, the whole group is seeing the problem, what's not working, why it won't work, why it's such a challenge. And if our mindset is there, it's really tough to come up with good ideas. The ideas that will generate are more in alignment with that common thinking, that problem thinking. So here's what you want to do if you have a challenge or a problem that you really want some support with to come up with creative solutions. It's setting up your mastermind partners or the people that you're connecting with the vision, with the solution. So taking them into, here's what I'm working on, and here's the result that I'm looking for. Here's the amount of sales that I want, the amount of customers that I want, what I want to be experiencing. And so you're painting a picture of it all worked out. And now all of a sudden, inside everybody's mind, they can see you in the solution. You don't know how you're going to get there yet, but now everybody's on the channel of thinking, or the frequency of thinking of solution. And now once you've got everybody connected to that vision where they're seeing the vision, now we ask the question, what can I do? What are steps I can take? Who could I reach out to? What could I do to solve this challenge or this problem? What's happened in that scenario is we've elevated the thinking or the consciousness of the room where we're more connected to solution, opportunities, and we're asking different questions, and we're going to get much better ideas and resources from our group. So important to have people that you can mastermind with, that you can talk about your challenges with. But doing that in this very specific way is not only going to help you move to solution quicker, but it'll help the entire group. So again, connecting everybody to the vision, to the goal where it's all worked out, and then from there, tapping into their experiences, their resources, their knowledge, their education. And what happens, it's like if you have one battery or you have 6 batteries, there's way more power, there's way more energy when we put our minds together and we have that common vision, intention, purpose. Masterminding is something that I do with my clients on an ongoing basis, generating those ideas of what your next steps are. If you would like to have an experience of a coach-led mastermind, a couple of times a year I open up my calendar and I do a public mastermind session with a handful of people. So if you would like to be a part of that next group, all of the information on how to access that is in the description below. You can take advantage of that opportunity. But either way, make sure you have at least one other person in your life where you can do this masterminding process, connecting to your vision, asking those questions and sourcing ideas. It's going to help you move so much more quickly to your goals and your dreams. Here is to you living a life you love.